Hello and welcome. It's another edition of Politics Today on Channels Television, and I'm Charles Eruka. What a week this last one has been. From the politics of cash to the resignation of the Minister of Power to the race for the governorship seat in Ondo State, plus an interesting court battle that's about to unfold regarding the ownership of $15 million allegedly offered by the former governor of Delta State, Mr. James Ibori, as a bribe to former EFCC chairman Nuhu Ribadu. Indeed, much attention was drawn to the southwest Nigerian state of Ondo when the governor, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, hit the campaign trail with Owo as his takeoff point. From the look of things, it was a well-attended event. Now let's take a listen to what transpired at the campaign ground.
Field of the Methodist Primary School, Owo, almost could not contain a large turnout of supporters of the Labour Party in Ondo State, who came out to witness what may be the mother of all rallies as far as the Labour Party governorship campaign is concerned. Music and cultural displays kept the atmosphere alive as the supporters waited expectantly for the arrival of the party's governorship candidate, whose entrance into the venue was welcomed with a loud uproar as he made his way to the stage. Both state and national leaders of the Labour Party, members of the State Executive Council, members of the State and National Assembly, wife of the governor and that of his running mate, as well as representatives of various professional and community groups were all present to register their support.
Our main concern and the concern of the Omoluabi Foundation, several of them are here looking at me, is for the development of Ondo State. We want to work very hard in Ondo State, and we want to reap the work we have done. We are not prepared to allow the resources of Ondo State to be carted away under any political business model by anyone.
Please, I want to appeal to you for the good works that the government and the governor of this state is doing. Please come out en masse. October 20, you all have a gun. Your thumb is your gun. Protect your voter's card. Come out en masse and begin to thumbprint.
It was then time for the party's national chairman, Chief Dan Nwanyao, to officially present the party's flag bearer.
He wants a second term to enable him finish the projects he has started. Because of the peculiarity of this election, we are calling President Jonathan to give us not less than 5,000 soldiers. So I present to you together the winning team.
Governor Mimiko asked his supporters not to sell their votes, promising to bring about more development if given another chance.
We have not let you down. We thank God Almighty. We promise that we will bridge the disconnect between yourselves, your good selves, and government. And I say with all sense of modesty and responsibility that empirical evidence abound that in Ondo State, government and the governed have discovered a new synergy that is driving development in our state.
The campaign train for the Labour Party has taken off in Ondo State. In the coming days, many of this kind will be holding across the state in preparation for the D-Day, when it will be decided who will occupy the most coveted seat of authority in the state.
Well, in that particular governorship race, 12 political parties are presenting candidates who have been cleared for the October 20, 2012 governorship election in the state. Well, clearly, the leading gladiators in the showdown are the incumbent governor, Olusegun Mimiko, the candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Olushola Oke, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, and Mr. Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, the Action Congress of Nigeria candidate. Others on the INEX list include the Allied Congress of Nigeria Party, Adeoti Taye. Well, that's the candidate. The All Nigeria People's Party, ANPP, has Mr. Adeyemi Bolarinwa as governorship candidate, while Ayodele Olusegun has been named as the governorship candidate of the Better Nigeria Progressive Party, BNPP. The Change Advocacy Party has Mr. Omoyele Olorunwa as its candidate. Mr. Olusoji Einlawo is the governorship candidate of the Congress of Progressive Change, CPC. And the National Conscience Party has Mr. Oladipo Lawrence as its candidate. The rest are Abikonlu James Olushola of the National Solidarity Democratic Party, NSDP, Victor Oluwaremi Adetusin of the People for Democratic Change, PDC, and Mr. Omorega Olatunji as candidate of the Progressive People's Alliance, the PPA. Well, among all the 12 candidates, or should I say the other 11 candidates, aside from the incumbent himself, the Action Congress of Nigeria and the People's Democratic Party's candidates perhaps constitute the most formidable threat to Governor Mimiko's quest to return to the government house, Alagbaka in Akure, after the conclusion of hostilities on October the 20th. Now let's hear the reasons for their brimming confidence going into the governorship race.
You don't need a fountain in a city where you don't have water to drink. You don't need such things. In Akure today, no home has water. Tap is not running. And the administration before now was pursuing that process, and what was left was reticulation. You abandon it. Then roads that were already completed, you asphalted it. Now change all the street lights. Is that what the people need now, when they cannot have water to drink in their homes? So I've talked about knowledge. I said we talk about entrepreneurship. Those are the things we want to bring on the table. Ask me, is there any industry that is running in Ondo State today? So where are you going to have employment? Are you going to put people into work when you don't have any industry? You cannot attract. Those are basic things. The government must be able to attract industrial growth. When you fail to do such a thing, so how do you expect that your labor force will be employed?
Unfortunately, in most of the states where elections have held recently, you will find out that the incumbents are yet to adjust to the reality that it is one man, one vote. When a wind of change is blowing, anybody who stands against the wind gets blown away. I want to assure you that I am expecting INEC to improve on its performance in Ondo State by ensuring adequate security, by ensuring neutrality of INEC officials. If these are done, the people of Ondo State are determined that there must be a change.
In the last 3.5 years, we have delivered on our promise to the people of Ondo State. Our people are enlightened. They know their rights. They are very proud people. They will not turn out singing, dancing with joy if they're really not convinced about why they should do so. So for me, this is a reflection of victory. Victory for us is around the corner. I say this with all sense of modesty. Each time I come out to inspect projects, within 5 minutes you think I've organized a rally. That is the extent of synergy or the connect that we have with the people. And this is because we are working for them. We are addressing their everyday concern. We are converting policies into programs that touch the life of our people. We have spread all our programs to the nooks and crannies of the state. We have demonstrated that the government can serve their interests in a very equitable manner.